Welcome back to another video. We're Ben and Sarah from Pat Lunch and Travel, and we spent a month in Western Scotland, and in this video we'll count down our top 5 places to visit in this region to inspire you for your next trip.
So we stayed about 20 minutes west of Glasgow, and it was a really good place to base ourselves for a month, and we didn't get bored, did we?
You definitely can't get bored where we were. So much stuff to do there.
You're within easy reach of the coast, of Loch Lomond, of Glasgow obviously, and loads of parks in between. And we particularly liked all the city parks that are based just outside of Glasgow, all the way around Glasgow actually, that are all council run and really lovely parks. Some of the best that we've seen in any city in the UK. And number 5 is our first one of these. It's Barshaw Park and Peace Garden, and we went here at least 3 times I think. Usually in the mornings for just a quick walk. It was if the weather wasn't too good and we could just get a short walk, or if we just felt like we just wanted a short walk. It was just an easy walk around the park. There's a duck pond there, a wooded area with paths through, and there's even a cafe there as well. You could make a half day of it if you wanted to, but we particularly loved the Peace Garden, and we went through it about 3 times, didn't we?
Yeah.
It just looked so beautiful, and it was so well kept by volunteers. There's a community garden there as well that's volunteer run, and the whole thing was just an easy reach from where we were staying, and it was really nice.
Yeah, you can tell it gets really well used. Lots of people walking around, people taking their dogs, people jogging.
And of course there's a golf course there as well, so people go for that.
Right next door. And that was always busy as well,
wasn't it? Yeah. So we were really impressed by all of the parks we saw, but that's our number 5.
Muirshiel Regional Park is our number 4. Arriving here definitely made you feel like we are in Scotland. The scenery was absolutely stunning. There's a good sized free car park next to a visitor centre with toilets and several walking routes. There are very well marked trails. We on this occasion did the Waterfall Trail, walked through wooded landscape, really nice easy walk, and then it opened out to stunning landscape. And it was a beautiful morning, but it was very cold.
It was very cold, and if you do these walks from here, they all are quite open, so we'd recommend definitely wrap up for that one. Whatever time of year you're going, you're going to need something windproof, because it was quite battering when we were out in the open. But it really did feel like a beautiful Scottish landscape. Feels like you'd reach Scotland when you see that. So number 3 is another big park, Rouken Park. Again, very similar to Barshaw, but this time much bigger. There's a huge lake here that we walked around, and a lot more woodland trails. And there's even a waterfall and a lot of routes through the wooded areas. There's a cafe there. There's even a garden centre. Children's play area, and loads of green space. Again, really well used, even perhaps more than Barshaw. This is huge, this place, isn't it?
Ginormous. There are people walking round, again, the kids and the dogs, but this was just a normal weekday in the morning.
Yeah.
And there's lots of people there.
There was, and even though it's got a huge car park, it was actually getting filled up on a normal weekday. So if you do want to do Rouken Park, perhaps get there a bit early and enjoy it whilst there's fewer people around. But it's definitely worth a trip.
Definitely, and there's plenty of space for everyone, which is good.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, and I think there's golf courses there as well.
Oh, there's golf courses everywhere, isn't there?
That's Scotland for you.
Quite a few of these parks had 3-4 golf courses surrounding the parks.
Oh my
There's that many there.
It's big business there, isn't it?
Number 2 is Ayshire Coastal Path. We did a small section of this walk from Hunterson Pier to Porton Cross Castle. The first thing you see at the start of this trail was the Three Sisters cliffs, and following the coast to the tiny village was some stunning views along the way. With its iconic and fully intact castle perched on the rock, this is another route that makes you feel very much like you're in Scotland.
We went there on a weekday, but it was actually open, the castle, at the weekend, so you could go in. I don't know what it's like inside, but it was really well intact on the outside, so it looked pretty cool. If you were going to plan a visit, perhaps go at the weekend and go inside.
And wear waterproof and windproof gear, because it definitely gets a bit chilly on the coast.
Yeah, definitely.
But this is definitely not to be missed if you're in Western Scotland.
So number 1 on our list, we couldn't leave it for anything else other than Loch Lomond, but we found what we thought was a really good way to experience Loch Lomond, which is obviously a very popular tourist destination, and that was going to Balloch Castle, which has free parking, unlike a lot of the car parks around Loch Lomond, and you can stay there as long as you want. And the castle grounds, again, are a public park owned and run by the council, and they are pristine and huge, and you could spend a really long time walking around the gardens, but particularly obviously the route down to Loch Lomond, and it was gorgeous, wasn't it?
Beautiful, yeah.
We went pretty early in the morning and got some great views of the loch and walked all through the gardens.
We saw a deer.
We did see a deer in the gardens. It was lovely, wasn't it?
A glimmer of a deer.
Yeah. And there was different sections to the gardens. There was a lot of picnic benches and places to stop off. If it was a nicer day, you could have a picnic out there by the lake. The castle itself looks really cool, but it's not kind of used, other than it's a little bit is open for toilets, so that's kind of useful. There is a cafe there, so you could make a whole day of it if you wanted to. Kids play area again, and just endless trails to walk through, so really nice spot for Loch Lomond. That's our top recommend.
Some honourable mentions that we just had to mention. Lynn Park, for its sparse walking trails through the forest, and the impromptu loop walk we did.
We made it up on the fly. Actually crossed over the river and went through the town and back to the car park in a nice loop.
Was there a waterfall in it? There's a waterfall in that park too, so we couldn't miss that, could we?
Big waterfall there, wasn't there? And quite a nice view of it, because you could walk down the path and actually stand pretty much opposite the waterfall and get a good view of that.
Yeah, definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, definitely wear your walking boots for that one though, because it was very muddy. The other honourable mention goes to Loch Lomond, which had a little boating centre there where you could hire kayaks and boats to go out on the lake, but it had a great car park, really big and open, right next to the lake, which you could park for free as long as you want, and then a path which took you from there all the way around the lake and up into some woodland as well, which was pretty nice. We went there a couple of times and it was nice for a walk.
Definitely.
There is so much to do in this area. Like we said, we stayed a whole month and we didn't get bored, but you could spend easily a week there and have some fab days out.
Definitely. Whether you're spending a week there or a few days, it's definitely worth checking out. Give us a thumbs up if we've given you value. Hit that subscribe. Lots of more coming your way. Travelling full time. We'll break down the costs and what to do.
We'll keep bringing you some suggestions of places that you might want to stay for a shorter term as we go around.
And hit that subscribe, because in the next video we're going to break down a full guide of this area, including all our costs. We'll see you in the next one.